everyone, welcome back to the Sun Porch. Today I'm in Potomac State, West Virginia with Maya Harris. She transitioned from high school and now she's in college. So let's just talk about that, Maya. So how was the transition from high school to college?
I mean, it's definitely a transition. It's different. You're getting out of your comfort zone depending on how far away you are from home. But as of right now, for me, it's going pretty smooth. I mean, the classes aren't anything too crazy right now since we're just getting in the start of things, but it's going good so far.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. So the day that you was coming to college, your parents dropped you off, they left you, you unpacked your stuff and they left. What kind of emotions were you feeling? Was you feeling anxious? Was you feeling anxiety? I mean, what was you feeling at that time?
I mean, I was definitely nervous, had a bunch of anxiety because I don't really know anyone on campus other than the basketball team. But no, it's definitely sad to see him go because I mean, you're with your parents for your entire life and then they just kind of leave you just like that.
Yeah. Did you feel like, wait a minute, this is a whole new world here?
Yeah, it's definitely different from the town where I'm from.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still small because where I'm from is pretty small, but I mean, it's definitely still different.
Where are you from?
From Uniontown, Pennsylvania.
Okay, so a lot of people who, Uniontown, Pennsylvania is where? You ride past and, if you blink, you miss it. Is that more or less like a small town like that?
Yeah, it's real small.
Okay,
Nothing
so your
there.
transition, so let me ask you this. So growing up, when was the time that you wanted and you felt like, hey, this college is for me? When did you decide? Was it in elementary school? Was it in, high school? When did you say, you know what? And you talk to your parents and say, I want to go to college.
It was more so so I first wanted to go to college for basketball, but then obviously as you grow up, you get more mature and realize basketball is not the only thing out there.
Okay.
And you branch out and you want to just expand your mind and get to gain more knowledge throughout it. But
so you came to this college because of basketball? Is it that you received a scholarship for basketball, or is it?
yeah, so I did receive an athletic scholarship to play here.
Okay.
So that was definitely a big part of my decision to come
Yes.
here.
Okay, so have you looked at their record or is it a new basketball team, or how is that? I mean, have you known someone who played here?
I didn't know anyone who played here previously, but for sports, this is just a 2-year, so it's JUCO.
Okay.
So right now there's only freshman and sophomore, and we're
Okay.
more freshman heavy this year. But last year their record, it was pretty good, but they did have a lot of people out due to injury and
Yeah.
everything. So I mean,
So you're hey, I'm coming to change this record to
yeah,
You know.
for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
coming into something new like this,
Yeah.
you definitely want to be a big part of a change and have an
Right.
impact on it.
So has basketball helped you to, be the person that you are? Because I've seen a couple things where you guys would volunteer your time and things like that, and do car washes and all kind of stuff. Has it, and work with the little younger crowd? Do you have brothers and sisters who, you are their role model, or they look up to you and things like that?
I mean, I try to be at
Okay.
least, but yeah, back at home, at school, we definitely did for high school, we did a lot of car washes and stuff like that, just to help around the community.
Okay.
And just, it was a lot of team bonding experience, just to build that chemistry between us.
What made you, okay, let me ask you this. So, you see all these kids growing up and they're I want to play for the NBA. I want to play for, so, and then, half of their dreams just crumble, but, we encourage them to just keep going and, after that, what I'm asking you is that as you was growing up, okay, and as you first started playing basketball, because I see now that basketball is your passion. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so let's say you don't play for, professional. Is there something that you would like to do other than that? Maybe coach or teach or, other young kids coming up, or is there something that you would like to do?
As of right now, I don't really know what I want to do with the rest
Okay,
of my life.
okay.
Still trying to figure it out, but I mean,
Okay.
that's what I feel this whole college experience is
Yes.
about. I mean, I did coach. I volunteered at
That's
at
awesome.
a rec center.
That's awesome.
A few
How
summers
was that
ago.
for you though?
It was pretty good. I mean, it
Okay.
was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't too much older than the girls. It was like
Yeah.
middle school
Okay.
level. So,
Okay.
I mean, I was kind of like on
Yeah.
the same level as them. But, I mean, it was definitely fun, a learning experience, definitely things.
So
I
do you
would have
consider
worked on.
yourself a role model?
I'd say so.
Okay.
Especially for my high school team, I'd say we had a lot of like younger girls look up to like the entire team as a whole. So I'd say so, yeah.
That's great. That's great. So how's the food here? So how's the food? Because that's important being here at this college.
Yeah.
Because, I rode past this, I rode to get here to this college. And looking at there's really nothing here. Like you have like one store, one pharmacy, maybe a AutoZone to get your car fixed, but there's nothing here. So how's the food on campus?
I mean, it's really not that bad. It's better than high school, I'd say, for me,
Yeah.
at least.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's always like different options. It's like a buffet. They always change out different things, but
Oh,
they
that's
do
great.
have stuff that's like the same every day. So like they have like pepperoni pizza,
Okay, good.
salad options.
Good.
and-
So do you go home every weekend, or do you? I mean, you've only been in school now for what, 3 weeks?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you go home every weekend, or as much as you can?
every weekend.
Okay.
Because throughout the week with basketball, like the schedule's
Okay.
definitely a lot different. Like if I weren't. But yeah, with me being like an hour and a half away from home, yeah, I just go home on the weekends. as
And
right
you
now.
have already had classes?
Yeah. I
Okay.
have.
And how's that going?
They're pretty good. Nothing too heavy right now. Yeah, definitely light right now, but they're going pretty good for me.
That's great. So your transition, you said, from high school to here, college here, did you know somebody, or did you, you have roommates, or?
Yeah, so right now I actually knew my roommate coming into it. Like she committed here before I did because she plays basketball as well.
Yep.
And I mean, it helps because I just knew her from playing AAU ball with her
Okay.
as well. And
Okay.
she's just around the same like county as me and
Okay.
everything. But
Okay, so let's just get in a little bit more deeper, and let's just talk about safety. Okay, so when young people go to college, there's still it's a different generation now, and it's still like safety is very important.
yeah, absolutely.
Have you had any conversations about the safety of this campus and how to stay safe? And have you noticed any campus police or anything where they're at, and who do you need to call if something does happen?
Yeah, so there's definitely campus police walking around.
Okay.
Like usually I'll see them like when I'm walking to class or something.
Great.
But I know that they're here early and late at night, like making sure all the doors are locked and everything like that. But in the beginning of the year, they bring everyone, especially like all the freshmen.
Okay.
It's like a mandatory meeting
Okay.
that you have to attend, and they go through like all the safety issues and
That's great.
all of that stuff.
So you feel safe.
Yeah, I'd
Okay.
say so. Yeah,
That's great. So let me ask you again. You're excited?
absolutely. Yeah.
You're a little anxious though, right? Is that
Yes,
correct?
yeah.
I can say that.
Yeah.
You're a little anxious or whatever else. So let me just ask you to give some tips, from, anyone watching who is transitioning from maybe next year, to go from high school to college. I mean, I know you're freshly on this campus, but I know that you have a lot of insight because again, you went from this to this, went from high school to this, and you've been volunteering and things like that. So maybe you can give some tips to them.
Definitely the biggest one is staying on top of your work, because especially if you're a student athlete, obviously the student comes first. So as long as you stay on top of your work, don't procrastinate or anything like that, and just make good decisions all around, you'll be perfectly fine.
What about partying? Let's just talking about that, okay? Because you've heard. I mean, I'm sure that you've heard a lot of people partying, and but I think I'm not saying don't party. I'm saying that you give the tip. So what do you say about that?
I mean, as of right now, I haven't heard about too many parties.
Okay.
But that's just for my campus
Yeah.
because obviously it's a lot smaller. But even if I did, I'm really not the party type. I would probably go to a few, but I would
Yeah,
still
I'm not
make...
saying that you would. I'm saying
Yeah.
that what tip would you give, a college student that don't party too much. That's basically what we're saying, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
because
stay up on your game.
Yeah.
You know, you're here to get an education, more or less.
Yeah, because especially if you're gonna pay for college, like actually do what you need to do.
Yeah, but have fun while you do it. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
I mean, you gotta enjoy. You know, you have to enjoy this adventure.
Mhm.
You know, because you're young, you're just getting your foot in the door. So more or less, you know, I'm sure that Maya, I mean, I've known this girl, and she is a very polite and, you know, caring young lady, and, you know, so I know that you're going to do well. You're going to do so well that we are excited, and we're going to come back and do another session on you and see exactly how you're doing. Okay?
Sounds great.
So thank you guys for watching. Again, you know what it is. It's the Sun Porch, and I'm with Maya Harris. So we just say goodnight and see you soon.